This is not okay. I put my foot down. I'm so glad I retired. It's this sort of stuff that makes a man need to retire. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a flossing Bonnie. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today is a FNAFy day, based on the fact that I'm wearing my withered fleece. What's going on today, Ash?
Oh gosh, Matt. There was this game that was announced kind of recently, but kind of not. It was a FNAF game, and it takes its story from, like, the first FNAF book.
Yes,
right?
FNAF Into the Pit.
Yes.
Yes.
And the game is aptly titled Into the Pit.
Yeah,
yeah.
The 8-bit pixel game, yes.
Yes.
It's not out yet, is it?
It's not. We don't know when it's coming out.
Okay.
However, there is another trailer for it, and it's a little bit longer, and it's got some extra juice. And so I thought you might like it.
Oh, are we squeezing some juice today?
Oh, it's got the juice.
Oh, buddy, today we be squeezing some juice. Right, if we squeeze the juice, I feel like that's a terrible idea.
No, it's just gonna, like, swish and, like, get out of your hands. You need to squeeze the source of which the juice comes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I squeeze the juice, that's kind of a little bit too late in the process to be squeezing anything.
Right?
That's just redundant processes at that point.
You're not getting anything more from that.
So you want me to do a reaction to Into the Pit, yes?
I think that would be fun.
Awesome. Because we didn't react to the first one, so this is all brand new?
Yeah.
Wait, we did react to the first.
We did.
You're having me react again.
Yeah, this is a new react. I told you it has more juice in it.
I remember. Well, I don't think we're juicing it right now, Ash. I think we're milking it.
It's got juice.
And that juice is milk. And that milk is coming to us.
No, it's a little sweet. It's got some sugars in it.
Milk is sweet.
Yeah, but
Milk
like,
is full of sugar. It's a very sugary beverage.
but it's got more, like, color with it, you know?
It disturbs me when people call milk a beverage, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
What? Why?
I don't know. The idea of milk and beverage has very specific connotations to me, and milk is not the cool, refreshing beverage that I want it to be.
I'm so confused about the fact that you are taking the connotations of beverage rather than the definition of beverage, which to my understanding is liquid you drink.
I mean,
in what world is milk not the beverage? Because it doubles as a beverage and ingredient, but...
A gradient?
Ingredient.
Oh, an ingredient. Yes,
Yes.
it is an ingredient, certainly.
It is.
I don't know, like, when I think beverage, it's a thing that I want to drink a lot of, and I don't think I really want to drink a lot of milk.
Oh, man, you would have hated me 10 years ago.
Didn't do a lot for your bone structure, though, did it?
No, I have to take calcium
I was
supplements.
going to say, you were drinking a lot of milk, but it wasn't doing a whole lot for you.
At what cost?
All those skeleton memes were lying to you the entire time.
I know. I fell for the World War II propaganda of milk
did.
makes you strong.
That's what it is, man. All right, so it's 5 Minutes Freddy's Into the Pit official gameplay trailer. Let's react to this again. This time, trying not to confuse Baby with some other entity on a poster.
That was so humbling.
That was a controversial take last time, but it could have been Baby. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the first time we reacted to this, there's a poster on the wall. Who knows? Maybe we'll even see it in this one. But there's a poster on the wall that looks suspiciously like Baby, to which all the comments, and I do mean all the comments, were like, hey, yo, that's not Baby, Matpat. We thought you were smart, bro.
In my mind, it's a Rorschach test.
It is. It's a Rorschach test.
Do you
Absolutely.
see Baby or Music Man? And what does that say about you?
Yeah. Right? Who knows? Could be Music Man, could be Baby. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never can tell.
Raggedy Ann.
I like to see Music Man in my life. Mm-hmm. I see him everywhere. He exists in my soul. He and I are one and the same.
Right.
We're besties from another nesties.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're a kindred spirit with Music Man.
Yes.
Where I saw Music Man because I yearn for festivity.
Sure.
You know?
He's like the Dionysus of modern day.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
God of festivity and enlightenment and light imbibing.
I am so happy that you said that because I've been waiting for someone to do it.
The Dionysian references to Music Man.
We don't have a modern day equivalent of Dionysus.
We don't. For those of you who don't know, Dionysus is the ancient Greek god of partying and drinking. Anyway, Music Man is the modern day Dionysus. Please write your next college essay making that argument.
If you name him Bacchus, that's also acceptable. That's the Roman counterpart.
We'll accept. We will accept Bacchus. Here, Five Nights at Freddy's, shall we? What other Roman or Greek allusions can we find in Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit trailer 2?
Some mythology in the chat.
Let's go. Is
Woo!
this real? Into the pepperoni. That's a very heavily pepperoni pizza. Very heavily pepperoni. I'm just saying. I am a pepperoni lover. That is too much pepperoni for me.
That is pretty aggressive.
And it's not even cooked pepperoni. Like, you can still see, like, the raw, meaty globules in there.
Like, I just grabbed that from Lowe's Foods.
Yeah. That's disturbing. I like that I'm also ignoring the obvious blood stains on the wheelie cutter. Does anyone use the wheelie cutter for anything else other than pizza?
I don't believe I actively use it for anything else.
Right? Can anyone in chat, anyone on the comments, please let me know. Have you ever used your wheelie cutter for literally anything other than pizza?
I have in a pinch when I'm making a loaf and I need to cut some.
I don't want to hear about you pinching loaves. Stop.
What do you mean? If I'm making a loaf of bread and I need to get a little bit extra off there because it's sticking to the counter.
Why aren't you using a bread knife then?
Well, because I'm in dire straits, Matthew. Maybe I wasn't fully prepared. Maybe I was at the start of my journey.
At the start of your bread? How often are you making loaves, Ash?
More often than you think.
Clearly.
Yes, I love a good ciabatta. What's it to you?
Cut by your roller knife.
In hard times. I'm telling you, it's not an act.
It must not be that hard of times if you have a roller knife. Like, the roller knife is the least essential kitchen utensil out there.
But I've had it for 15 years.
That's true. Do people even use roller knives anymore?
I don't think so.
Right, I don't think so. Into the pepperoni, ladies and gentlemen. See, that's a glitch trap. See that right there? Deep lore right here, ladies and gentlemen. Glitch trap. See, because he's the robot who appears in things. Here we go.
I get it.
Mega Cat. I like that. Wait, hold on. Is that Scott's logo? Great. More glitch trap. I like that Scott, it's not even Scott Games anymore. It's just like, here's Anim Dude. Just going to town. All right. Jeff's Pizza. Employees only. Hold up. What do we got going on? Oh my gosh, I let too many frames pass. Towards the end here, what do we got? We got Freddy. Freddy something. So, again, to remind you guys, this is based on the very first story of the very first book, basically, of Fazbear Frights, which is so many years old at this point, right? We've had Tales from the Pizza. We've had like 12 different books since then in the Fazbear Fright series, and then an additional 10 books or something in the sequel trilogy, which was the Tales from the Pizzaplex. So we are a long way away from when this story first came out and when it was first relevant. And of all the stories in like the Five Nights at Freddy's universe, it is weird that they chose Into the Pit as the one that they're like, this is the one we want to make into a game. Like, really? Okay, I guess. But anyway, Jeff's Pizza is a retooled version of a Freddy Fazbear's, right? So basically, after the murders happen in this story, the pizzeria eventually shuts down, and it's a vacant building for a long time until one day, Jeff, or whoever is the restaurant owner, rolls in and uses the shell of the building, right? Uses this, it was a pizzeria, it has a kitchen, it has all the trappings, so it's already licensed or zoned, I guess, for restaurant usage. So rolls in and is like, I'm going to install my pizzeria here, which is why it's Jeff Pizzeria. But one of the things that the book makes very clear is that on the walls, there are remnants.
Remnants?
Thank you.
Yep.
There are remnants of the previous pizzeria, right? Like you could see faded paintings on the walls of the old Freddy Fazbear's characters. You could see torn posters, things like that, which is exactly what you're seeing over here in the corner, it looks like some references back. Oh, actually, that's blocked by a chair. I want to call out because I know the comments will call me out. This is actually blocked by the chair, which is why it looks torn. But that's one of the things. That's why it's called Jeff's Pizza, not Freddy Fazbear's. Some doors should never be opened, including the ball pit door, apparently. What do we got back here in the ball pit land? We've got ourselves just a general usage stuff. Nothing too exciting. I see looks to be a paddle ball. Or I don't even know, broken light bulb?
It kind of looks like
Sandbag?
a limp fish that's coming out of a hole.
A fish that's diving into the floor.
Yeah.
Or sandbag, potentially, nothing too much. Love the handprints. Obviously, people getting pulled into the decaying, gross ball pit. And again, just to refresh everyone on the lore of this one, right? So there's the ball pit. This is exactly how it is meant to look in the book. I believe in the book it was actually cordoned off to a corner of the main pizzeria, not in like a back room or anything. Like, I don't remember the main character opening up a door and being like, whoa, here's a ball pit back here. I feel like in the book, I'd have to go back and read it. But it was just kind of in the corner, and it was that part of the pizzeria was kind of like gated off, or that back corner of the pizzeria was kind of gated off by the caution tape and saying don't go in. But one thing they do make very clear is that it's this very old, dirty, dusty ball pit, that the balls themselves are covered in blood, which is a detail that you wouldn't think would have any deeper, significant meaning to it until you go to the final story of the Fazbear Frights universe, in which case, at which point they travel between the memories of different kids and people who have been affected by this pizzeria by each of the, again, I'd have to reread the story, but like it gets weird. In the way that Five Nights at Freddy's stories get weird the longer you let them sit, this one is like by book 12, final story, it's like, here's the balls, and the blood starts to glow, and suddenly I'm entering into this memory of the past, so I can purge the like ill will, agony, awful moment here, and kind of like make this a good memory now, and then the blood like fades away, and everything's better again. It's a very strange story. It gets very, like supernaturally in there. You're traveling through time. You're like healing people's memories. You're traveling to all these different locations, all through the lens of the ball pit and the bloody balls in the ball pit.
Sir.
She's saying the actual, it's not even subtext. I'm telling you the text of the story that we are analyzing here.
The gesture.
The bloody balls?
Yes.
It's the bloody ball. They're just, I'm holding a ball,
mm-hmm.
and I'm smearing the blood on it. I'm slathering blood on the balls. Okay? And now, I'm purging the ball. I've gone back in time through my time-traveling ball pit. I've healed memory. Pooh. And I've helped us all. And the ball gets released out into the air.
Woo.
Okay. All right. Checking it out. It absolutely says, do not use. So stay away from that nasty, stanky thing. Travel back to when it all began. Okay, what do we got here? We've got ourselves, okay, so this is the original day. We hear a lot about, they make a lot of references to like 1980s and making it very clear that this is 1980, do they say 6? I believe they say 1986 in the Fazbear Fright story. There it is. This is why I love ebooks, actually, because I'm able to like immediately go back, go to my comments as well as like just my highlighted important moments here. As opposed to I love being able to read physical books, and it's nice. I like reading books better when they're physical and turning pages and stuff. But from a note-taking perspective and quickly finding information, ebooks are the way to go. So this is directly from the book. We have everything looked as it had before. He even caught sight of a calendar hanging in an open office that helped him pinpoint the date, 1985. So it explicitly calls out very clearly that this is meant to be 1985. But again, to me, and I think it's important for all of us to collectively remember, the books are in a different timeline. The books are not one for one, right? In fact, Into the Pit, I think, might have done the best job of this in the franchise, where it's giving us answers. It's like, you are watching the missing kids incident happen in the plot of this story, but there are 6 kids present instead of 5. And it's happening in 1985 instead of the date that you probably think it should have happened, which is like either in 1983 or 1986, depending on who you're believing and kind of what current timeline you're working with. So there are very explicit references in the story that are guiding you, but that are also explicitly telling you this is not one for one with the games. And the fact that the missing kids incident is happening in 1985 was always one of those, at least in my viewpoint. So there you go. So this is him traveling back in time to the 1980s. Hold up. Are you kidding me?
Play it again.
No.
Play it again.
I refuse. Get out of here. Don't you dare. This is not okay. I put my foot down. I'm so glad I retired. It's this sort of stuff that makes a man need to retire. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a flossing Bonnie. The floss as a dance. I mean, outside of the meme, like obviously they're doing it for the memes and people are going to get a kick out of this, whatever. The floss is from a lore standpoint. The floss was what, 2018?
I remember learning of it back in 2017.
I was going to say a little bit earlier. 2018 feels a little bit late. 2017, 2016, somewhere. It's been around for a while. This is 1983, 5, 6, somewhere around there, depending. 1986, 1985, depending on like how the story went. Get out of here. You're telling me that Bonnie Purple Bunny Bon Bear invented the floss? X to doubt.
Well, Matthew, I think this illustrates your previous point perfectly in that the books are actually different universes from the rest of the franchise, right? And in this universe...
This is the darkest universe.
This is the dark timeline.
Clearly, this is the darkest timeline.
Where we meet the floss.
Where Bonnie flosses.
Exactly.
And I'm joking about it, but it's also one of those things where, like, the animatronic technology for 1985, on point.
Right?
Getting yourself an animatronic to floss, solid.
Such fluid joints.
Ash, how is your floss?
Quite immaculate, if I do say so myself. I am very good at that.
Quite immaculate.
Yeah.
Can you floss right now?
Are you gonna do it too?
No, you're gonna.
Oh no, my God, for the internet? Oh, absolutely.
No,
not.
No flossing for the internet.
They have to earn that.
Okay, they will have to. Okay.
So.
What do they have to do to earn your floss?
You guys have to say some really nice things in the comment section.
You don't have to floss. Again, making it very clear. You don't have to floss if you do not want to. You are just yes-anding me, and I appreciate that.
I am. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Are you ready?
I don't know. I've heard stories. Dare I say legends of Ash's floss ability.
I learned this one backstage in an old theater in the summer of 2017.
Back in the summer of 17.
This one's for Rainy. I miss you.
Oh man, shout outs to Rainy.
Oh yeah. Woo! I'm going. I can go a lot faster.
Wow. Oh wow. He's picking up the pace. It was pretty immaculate. It was very clean.
Thank you.
It was a very precise floss.
Right.
Like there was no wasted movement.
You got to get in there.
No, it was solid.
Thank you.
You're not over swinging your arms.
Right. It has to be very controlled.
No, your technique was really solid.
Thank you.
You are the only person to have ever been able to man that camera and man that booth back there and also pull off the floss.
Thank you.
Chris, Jason, Mirror Matt, many have tried. All have failed. Only to give rise to you.
It's what I do.
Amazing.
Call the dentist.
Bonnie, eat your heart out. Ash's floss. So I told you guys, you should be pretty nice to Ash in the hopes of seeing this floss. Last thing, not your flossing. You've passed the test of flying colors. Well done.
Thank you.
Is this a purple tie? They're just messing with the lore now.
I think they did this specifically to spite you.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're just trolling. They're like, you might think it's Fredbear because it's got a purple tie. No, this is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It is a black tie. Don't even get me started. This is not Golden Freddy. This is normal Freddy with his normal band of characters. My question is, where's Foxy? He's off on his side stage. I wonder if we'll get to see him. I hope we do, because I love me a good Foxy cameo. But you'll notice that Foxy is absent from all the imagery here, and I think that's the important thing. Is this a different universe where Foxy isn't present, or are they trying to tell us something about the order of animatronics entering the band? We know it was Freddy, we know it was Bonnie, we know Chica joins later, but then what about Foxy? Is Foxy a part of the crew? When does he join up with the band? That dance from Chica. I mean, compared to Bonnie's floss, I don't even know what this is. Just like wave your hands in the air, Chica. Oh, that kid is pumped. He's living his life, man. He's doing his cardio. Ah, hold up. Got some exotic butters.
Oh my gosh. Hey, friends.
What else do we have here? Okay, so we've got exotic butters. So great reference. Appreciate that. I kind of... I love that it's a prize machine, but it's a vending machine? That's a weird, like, it's a vending counter. Like, usually it's supposed to be like a prize counter. So what do? I put in my card or my tickets and it spits it out and drops my butters everywhere?
Yeah, a basket of loose butters.
Loose butter just... I do hope that this vending machine is refrigerated as well. I don't want like soggy melty butters. What else do we have here? We've got worm guy, alien guy. What is this? I mean, this looks like Foxy Mask.
Yeah.
Pretty clearly. Although his like mouth is dripping. Is he dripping?
Looks like he's got some chompers on him, like a couple fangs.
This looks like it might be one of the characters of FNAF World. Believe it or not, FNAF World Plants. This guy.
Oh.
Hate that guy. What is this? This is obviously the bounce pot.
Oh. Yeah. I love that guy.
Right? Looks like a bounce pot.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't it? Totally normal. We're all good here. And then what's this other one? We've got, what is that?
A little rocket ship?
A little like medical rocket, because it's got like the white cross on it. It does kind of look like a bottle rocket or something. Maybe you can launch bottle. Maybe these are things that you can unlock as you play the game, and then use it as weaponry to protect yourself against Springtrap as he attacks you.
So Foxy Mask is here, but Foxy is not seen in the band.
Not yet. No.
Are we seeing a temporary Foxy retcon?
Maybe.
Following the bite?
Right. You have plushies of the core 3, but Foxy is kind of here. Maybe. Who knows? Well, I might want to see the. They always hide it at the like very tail end of stuff. This is a very aggressive game.
It's a giant mallet.
That is a giant hammer.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
the biggest hammer. For what? What are you doing? What are you smashing at this point? Is this supposed to be whack-a-mole? This is the most aggressive game of whack-a-mole I've ever seen.
You're whacking beavers with that thing. Oh my gosh.
Whack-a-beaver, huh?
Yeah.
That's where we're going with that one.
Well, I'm trying to think of like larger rodents.
Whack-a-possum. It's like Amanda the Adventure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tying it back to our earlier upload this week.
You know it.
Woo!
Got it. It's all connected universe. Consistent lore. No place is safe. There's that baby. Or Music Man, depending on how you look at it.
I still see Music Man.
I can flip between the two of them at this point.
You're Yanny and Laureling it.
I am. I'm Yanny Laureling, Green Needle brainstorming. Is the dress black and blue or is it gold and white? So if you're Music Manning it right now, there's his headphones right there. Headphones, there's his eyes. If you're babying it right now, circus babying it, there's her orange hair, orange pigtails. She's got the, here's the thing. She's got the smile, man. Like, I see the cheeks. I see the green eye. Like, I see the pigtails and the green eyes and all that. Absolutely 100%. I absolutely see all of it. I like that this is such small frame you can't even tell anymore.
It's like, huh?
Yeah, you can tell. But the one thing that drives me a little bit nuts is, let's pull up the old Music Man. The thing that Music Man has, especially DJ Music Man, that baby does not have is that big old smiley grin, those teeth, right? And she's got that big old smiley.
Gosh.
You don't see baby with a smile like that. She doesn't have that like kind of toothy grin. I think that's where I was led astray.
Right. That, and then it's presumably like the blue background behind her, but I really do see it as the headphones.
It's really hard to unsee the headphones,
with
but those are the shoulder pads
and those like little pink, the pink lines coming up from above the eyes.
Right.
It's so hard.
I mean, to be fair, original Music Man had also like the rosy cheeks. He has blue cheeks, but he still has the rosy cheeks. I'm just saying. They're just blue rosy cheeks. The bluey cheeks.
I can see it both ways, but my mind goes to the man.
My mind goes to Music Man. That's what I see first, but I think it is meant to be. I think I would say with fair amount of certainty that you guys are right and that it is meant to be the old circus baby.
Yeah. Which,
again, is very telling when you are in Freddy Fazbear's location in 1985. That right there, huge amounts of lore. I guess his fingers would be it. For some reason, his thumb being on the out, like his thumb was weirding me out. But no, that's accurate. I guess I've never paid much attention to how my thumb articulates hand gestures. It's all coming together though. I was also fixated on this pilot. This is a balloon arch?
Oh, yeah. But it does look a little intestine-esque.
Right? Isn't it weird? Like weird and bulbous over in the corner?
It is so bulbous.
It's a very bulbous collection of balloons. I get that it's a spiral of like balloons very tightly held together and going up. But when I saw like yellow and black, I immediately went to like, is that Golden Freddy? Because that's what my mind always goes to, Golden Freddy. It will always be Golden Freddy. But in this case, it is not Golden Freddy. It is just a bulbous intestine made of balloons that are Golden Freddy themed.
His thumb is floppy.
His what?
His thumb is floppy.
Does he have a floppy thumb? Oh, it is flopping all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, it flops.
A little loose thumb. I was intrigued by the fact that the kids are running away, which, again, in the original book, and again, I haven't read it for a long time at this point, but as I recall, no one really knew. At a certain point, police ended up he teleports in, and the kids are all sad and scared. So the way the story works, right, is he goes into the ball pit and he teleports to these 3 distinct moments in time within the history of this franchise, where he teleports in and it's like the business operating normally. He teleports in and it's still like business operating normally. And then he teleports in on the day that the missing children are found dead in the back of the pizzeria. And so it seems like it was kind of like business as usual. I guess what we're seeing here is probably that day, right, where the kids are running away from the dead bodies that have just been revealed in the back, I'm assuming. Because in the story, you don't actually, I feel like you don't actually see them running away from anything. And the threat of Springtrap is not well known to people. Like, people don't know that Springtrap is a threat in that story, really. They're not afraid of him. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he's able to lure kids into the back, right? That's the whole premise of the Missing Children's incident, is he's a trustworthy character that lures people to the back. And so them running away, well, in a trailer makes sense, because it's like, oh, they're running away from Springtrap and this and that. In the actual story and in the lore of these games, people don't know that Springtrap is the thing that they should be scared of. So I'm assuming that these two scenes are cut together. I don't think this cuts to this. I don't think. Unless they're making some sort of dramatic reveal, or they're kind of changing the original source material on it. It is interesting, and this doesn't seem to really be answering one of the questions of what exactly is the nature of this guy? Is this actually William Afton Springtrap? I don't think it is, right? It seems like he is a robotic version of him. Is this the mimic? Because even if you look at him, he is digitized, right? He is a robot. He's a machine. He's got glowy eyes. He's not a human in that suit. He's even moving around in a herky-jerky way. one of the lingering questions of Into the Pit, the story, is like, what was the essence of that creature? Because it's never really explained. It's just kind of this creature who follows a kid home and eats at his dinner table and pretends to be his dad, and no one ever sees the truth. Like Oswald, the main character, is the only one who sees him as like, Mom, my dad right over there is literally a giant golden bunny murder creature. And she's like, oh, that's so funny, honey. No, he isn't. But he doesn't talk. He doesn't do it. It's very, very creepy. And then eventually they just kind of like shove him back into the pit, and he goes back to the past. And his dad is spat back out. And so the question of what exactly was Springtrap in this story has always been a bit of a mystery, right? We know it's a golden bunny, but we don't know if it's a robot. We don't know if it's a person. It's very, very unclear. So this seems to be indicating that it is indeed a robot of some form. We're running, we're hiding. We're going to try to survive. Okay, so this is going back through the room that we were just in, so we're not learning too much from the environment. But look at him go, man.
He's fast.
He is fast for creepy robot murder bunny. He is sprinting, man. Right, like even here. Oh, hello. Okay, can I turn those off, please? Turn off annotations. That didn't do it. Turning off annotations did not work. Well then, we're just gonna.
Do you remember like proper annotations on videos?
I do. I like that turning them off is still an option, even though
They don't
do it at all. I love that scene, him being trapped. Prepare for a new nightmare. Oh, got a new one. Okay. Well, and here again, we see that it is. I mean, he's got the sharp pointy teeth, so he's not a human. He's a nightmare. Is he a nightmare animatronic? What is he meant to be? Is this just a spooky game? More info at jeffspizza.club. What? Hold up. What? Hold up. What? Fresh pizza coming soon. jeffspizza.club. What? I love that. Jeff's Pizza. I'm curious. jeffspizza.club. Maintenance? You kidding me? Really? I love that it ends with just a bunch of stuff. Oh, please check back soon. Was there some? There must have been something here way back. I'm assuming there was a bunch of stuff here before. Let's try it. Yeah, 2024. People excited about this. Let's go back to, like, say, May. That seems far enough. Nope. What if we go back to 16th? Check back soon. jeffspizza.club. You are misleading me, sir. Are you kidding me? It's all just check back soon. Maintenance. Maybe. Seems to be loading something. Hey! Construction underway. Grand opening June 12th. It is June 10th right now.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh. Darn it.
What?
Are we able to come back here and pick it up?
Here's the thing.
On June 12th, Jeff Pizza Day?
Maybe it's not coming. Okay, so I scanned the QR code and it goes to the game. Into the Pit, Mega Cat Studios. It just goes to the same trailers and stuff. Grand opening June 12th.
Do you want to revisit this then?
We might need to revisit this on June 12th, Ash.
Oh, man.
So I think what we do is we leave it here and we come back on the 12th. So we have it. And then we hold this video for like another day. Mm-hmm. And then that gives us a chance to see if anything happens with Jeff's Pizza on the 12th. So when I come back, I'll either have a whole new website to explore, or I'll come back being like, well, that was the end of the episode. Thanks, guys.
Sorry, guys.
So based on how much time is left in this video, You're going to find out. You can probably guess already, but we're going to cut to future Matpat now. All right, so hey guys, quick update here. A couple days later after we started filming this episode, jeffspizza.club still down for maintenance. Apparently, there was a website that appeared. Right, Ash?
Yes, it was very brief, and then it was taken down because the traffic was just too darn high.
It was too darn high. Yeah, so apparently they crashed the system, and it hasn't recovered since. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe they screen grabbed it, or maybe there's some evidence of what happened here. So I went to Wayback Machine, Jeff's Pizza Club, and it was supposed to launch on the 12th, right? That was the day?
Correct.
So on the 12th, we got one snapshot, but the resource limit is reached.
Ah.
The website is temporarily unable to service your request as it exceeded resource limit. I don't know exactly what that means necessarily.
I think that was from when the website got overloaded.
Yeah. And then here, June 13th, it's back to maintenance. Please check back again soon. So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that we can really do right now. I didn't know if this was going to be something like, you know how it tends to be with Scott stuff. You know, back in the old days when you could look at the page source, maybe there's something in the page source here. But other than that, it seems like this is something that we might have to come back to on a different day when it's up and running again. Because clearly it is, yeah, please check back soon. There doesn't really look to be anything interesting in any of the source code. I was hopeful that maybe there's something here. We know that they're using Helvetica. Kanye West's favorite font. Other than that, though, but it's true.
Okay.
But there's all sorts of stories in Hollywood about that I was told from various business personnel about presentations that had to be Helvetica when presented to him.
Huh.
Yes, very strange stories. Anyway, long story short, that's a fun little random factoid here at the end of the episode. But yeah, I think what the takeaway of all of this is that if Jeff's Pizza does come back as a thing, we'll have to dedicate a full episode to it, or we'll see if there's enough to talk about when it comes to Jeff's Pizza to see if there's anything worth exploring there, if there's any lore, if there's any ARG elements to it. Is there any evidence of did anyone screen grab this when they were there? Like, is this available on a Discord, a Reddit, anything?
So I haven't seen any images of the actual site come up. I just know that they put it live, it immediately overloaded, and in a Discord server, one of the people who helped develop the website say, I'm sorry, our resources, were maxed out just because of the sheer amount of traffic, and it is held off for the time being.
Shoot.
So
okay,
we'll see. Oh, there it is right there.
Jeff's Pizza grand website opening has been delayed until further notice. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Updated to the pit sizzle. Yeah, okay. I'm incredibly disappointed that the grand opening of the Jeff's Pizza site's been delayed. Okay. Oh, that's such a blow. Unable to be resolved. Diligently working to make sure the issue's resolved. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? We had something very similar with our website when we were like, hey, I'm leaving. By the way, stay in contact with me over here. We got a lot of people signed up. We got a lot of emails and things like that. But, the site just crashes. You guys are very eager and very supportive of things, which is amazing. But for brand new websites, getting enough server load for it is sometimes it's hard to stay on top of. But anyway, that's a bit of a bummer, but we'll be back for more Jeff's Pizza at some point later, hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll have to see what kind of comes of it. So that being said, that is kind of our reaction to Into the Pit as it stands today. And with that, it's time for me to go into my bed. Because it's tired. I'm tired. It's tired.
It is tired.
It is tired. Clearly, it is tired. I am late. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!